Hey, BobMunro here from Vancouver, Canada. It is Saturday, August 24th, 2024. I'll just talk to you for a little bit here today. Have you ever felt your world is upside down? I have. Have you listened to the news lately? Have you paid attention to what they're talking about? All our problems in society, drugs, alcohol, crime, gangs, violence, shoplifting, rape, murder, homelessness, street people. It never ends. Have you noticed it's getting worse? It's been gradually getting worse for many, many years. I mean, I was born in 1947, and the changes I've seen, particularly in the last 20, 30 years, 20, 30, 40 years, it's on an increase. I think we have to agree with that. You know, our prisons are full, our courts are full. Courts, that's a whole other topic. Let's not go down that road. But and all we hear when we hear about these things is people are looking to the government to fix these problems. That's all I hear about in the news. We need more police. We need more social programs, free drugs, housing. We need all kinds of things that we're expecting our government to fix. Well, the government isn't going to fix this. They can't. They're not capable. Okay. There's no quick fix. It's taken us a generation or two, probably almost three now at least, to get to this point. And it's like somebody's got their foot on the gas pedal because it is increasing. I look at the downtown east side here in Vancouver, and God almighty, the people that are living on the streets there is just crazy. There was none of that when I came here to Vancouver in 1975. I mean, there's always been a little bit of poverty and stuff, but nothing like it is today. So I want to talk to you about a solution that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody's addressing, nobody's even hinting at the real problem, the root cause. I remember my dad used to tell me back when I was a young lad, he said, son, he said, if you want to fix something, you got to find the root cause of what's causing the problem and fix that. Because if you don't fix that, um, anything else will just be temporary and maybe a band-aid at best, and it's not going to last. So what do I think the root cause is of just about all these things? There's other contributing factors, but I'm going to suggest to you that the number one root cause of all of these things boils down to this: the breakdown of our family unit, divorce. Divorce is almost epidemic. The divorce numbers are high, higher than they've ever been. And they're not accurate because guess what? There's a lot of people these days don't even bother getting married. Okay. So they get together, they live together for a while. They might have a kid or two, maybe. Then they leave. That doesn't show up as a divorce statistic because they didn't get divorced. They just left each other. So the actual numbers of children that are being raised without a good, solid, respectful, loving, safe environment is off the charts. No, none. Very few good male role models. And the other thing that's happening is that people, men and women, have forgotten who they are and what their roles are, not only in society, but in the relationship. The nonsense that we're being fed in the media about relationship and how they work, how they don't work it's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. You know, we could blame Hollywood for some of that. I mean, we look at all the nonsense that we're fed on TV and the movies and stuff, the fantasies, the stuff. That crap doesn't work long term in a real relationship. So the first thing we need to do is we need to teach our young men and women um, how to appreciate, understand, respect, honor, and love the differences between men and women. This crap that we're gender's a social construct is, come on, folks. Really? When did all this come about? You know, in the last 10, 20 years, well, it's really rampant now. We need to start educating our people on how to have successful long-term committed relationships. And we need to do it while there's still a few people around that know what it takes. you can tie religion into this. I don't want to bring religion into it because there's so many different religions out there. And I'm not going to try and decide which one's right, who's wrong. Religion's not a bad thing. It can be, but for the most part, most religions are pretty much supportive of family and safety and respect and honor and stuff. So I don't want to belabor this, but if we don't focus, and there's organizations out there now that are working on this. I've been working with men's groups around North America for over 35 years. There are some good organizations, some good groups that are fostering this sort of thing and that are doing what they can to teach men and women how to be in a respectful, long-term committed relationship. You're sure as hell not going to get it from the media. Our government's not going to give it to us. Our schools, some of the stuff I hear and see, my kids are all through school and grown up, and I got some grandkids at school. But I'm hearing some pretty startling things that are coming out of our school system. So this is an educational issue. And if we're going to fix it, the only thing that I think will fix this is just what I said, fixing the family unit and making it a safe, respectful, loving, caring environment for our children to grow up in with a mother and a father that know how to mother and know how to father. There's a difference. And our children need both. Our young people are growing up, they're lost, they're confused, they're angry, and they're out there causing problems. I would be willing to bet that if you, and I don't care what city in North America you're at, if you went down to what I call the Vancouver downtown east side, local people here know exactly what I'm talking about. Every city has one now. If you went down there and surveyed those people that are living on the street, you'd be hard pressed to find a single one that came from a good, solid, respectful, loving, caring family environment. Now, if they survived in that environment with it intact and they wound up there, I'm going to suggest that there was probably some violence, abuse that never should happen in the family that took place because those people there are hurting. Okay. So I'm going to wind this up. Just my thoughts for today. And what are we going to do about it? Well, I'm working on it with the people in my community. I'm doing what I can to help men in particular be the best men, best fathers, best husbands they can be. And there's a huge need for it. So love you. Cheers. We got a lot of work to do. I'm not convinced that we can turn this around. I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to be able to, but we can't do it alone. So I'll leave that with you. Love you. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks for listening to a crazy old man's rant. Okay.